hello. Welcome to From a Skein. Welcome back, or if this is your first time watching, thanks for joining us. We are From a Skein on YouTube, Instagram, and Ravelry. Check us out on Ravelry. We have a welcome thread, and that is where we put our show notes. I'm Kylie, also known as Kylie Knits on Ravelry and Instagram.
I'm Kristen, also known as Knitting Chris on Ravelry and Instagram.
And I'm Amy. I'm Bazinga Knits on Ravelry and Cupcakes and Yarn Balls on Instagram.
So I guess we're going to start with finished objects.
Of which I have none.
Kristen has none.
Zilch, nada. No mojo.
If this is not your first time joining us, you have seen these before, at least one of them. I finished my beach grass socks. It is Uloco in her Phyllis sock, and the colorway is Starling.
The both up or give them their due.
Definitely. Very pretty.
They're so pretty. All right. Yay.
That's all I have, Amy.
Finally finished the Litchfield shawl by Laura Ayler. Don't want to hold it up in front of Kylie.
That's
but
okay.
It's huge.
Go right ahead.
It is huge.
I love
Beautiful.
those colors.
Me
I do
too.
too.
The colors are amazing.
Yeah, Farmer's Daughter. I can't remember the two colors.
The blues.
Mountain Men and the Drover, I think.
And those are the blues, right?
Those are the blues, and then the brown is Cherry Tree Hill in Java.
Nice.
Yep.
It's beautiful. It's really soft.
Yeah, I was fun to knit after I got the hang of the short rows.
So you learned something new. That's pretty cool.
Well, I did those before, but in another of Laura Ayler's patterns, but I think I did them wrong in that one. And I also I re-knit my marled hat done in 2 skeins of plucky worsted, but I didn't bring it. I re-knit it because it was too big the first time I made it. Now it's too small. So maybe give it cashmere hat to a grandchild. I don't know. We'll see. Makes me sad.
Your grandchildren get a lot of cashmere.
They do get a lot of cashmere.
That's the plucky hat.
Yes.
Is that the plucky hat?
Yes, the marled hat that you hold the 2
Okay.
skeins together.
Is it the royal icing one?
No. This one I did this was my first plucky purchase. It was a mystery kit.
Oh, the yellow and purple?
Nope.
Oh, no.
It
Still
was
don't
Big Sky and Jacques, if I remember correctly. And it was my first plucky purchase, and I got gung-ho, and I made it entirely too big, so I ripped it apart and redid it, and now it's too small.
I think we've all been there, done that.
Yes,
with
I
one
think so,
project
too.
or another.
I'm ready to do it with one of my whips.
Rip
think.
it apart.
Yeah, I'll show it to you in a couple
Oh.
minutes, but it's bad. I think.
I doubt it's that bad.
I'll show it to you.
Well, with that
Okay.
being said, go ahead.
Yep, what you
We'll
got?
move
I
on
had to
to
put all my
whips.
whips in timeout. This is why I'm so frustrated, except for one pair. So this is Fading Point by Joji Locatelli. I'm sorry, this is the right way.
You got that?
Mm-hmm. So it's like this big tangled thing of mess here of ends that I probably should weave in, but here's why I don't, because I was all the way through up to this other like light green color up here, and the stitch count was off. I went to do the lace section. It was off by 1 stitch. So I am painfully unknitting it. And you have to knit 2 of these, and then there's like a center section. So it's just been painful, and it's not an easy project to travel, so it doesn't get a ton of time. And then when you have to rip it out or unknit it, it makes it hard. But I love the yarn. I love the pattern. It's not the pattern's fault. It's my stupid fault. So
I honestly wouldn't worry about 1 stitch. But
you
that's
have
me.
to, because the lace
Can you
sections
just
are off.
make it add a stitch?
Yeah.
Because at this one,
I
I was
I
off.
could just
I was
figure
off.
it out.
I'm so much of
Kristen's
a
will never.
perfectionist, I will never do that. If I'm doing it, I want it to be right. Like maybe if I could do it that I couldn't see it, okay, but it's just so obvious.
Were
that-
you 1 stitch off in the lace, or were you 1 stitch off here?
Oh, it's 1 stitch off in the garter, so I'm already unknit like 4 or 5 rows. Unknit,
I
just
would
garter.
totally just add a stitch.
Yes.
No,
so
like-
That's
Yeah.
what I did with this. I was off a couple stitches, and I just
So I
knit
just
2
can't.
together here and there, and
So that's one that needs to be in timeout.
I probably would have been like, yep,
Yeah, I
add
know.
a stitch.
add a stitch.
This is the
Move
other
on.
timeout one. So these are just Rose City rollers, and they're in the Blue Orb Weaver or something like that. It's Sanguine Griffin. But don't they look huge? Like
I don't know. I'm the wrong person
Well,
to ask.
do you want to compare
yeah,
them
let's
to
compare.
mine?
And look, they're bulletproof. Kylie Bulletproof.
Well, mine are always
Like
Yeah, they
I
are,
am not bulletproof knitter. I am a looser knitter. So these are on a size 1. They're bulletproof, and this is 60, and then I went down to 56, and look how big they. Maybe not.
Hmm.
No, apparently not.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm knitting them for a friend of my aunt's who has cancer, and she's going through chemo, and I just thought a cute little pair of wool socks that would be nice and soft. But these are really knitting up like they're bulletproof, and when I say that, that's just knitted a tight gauge, and I'm usually a looser knitter, and these are knit on ones, and for some reason they are just. I think the yarn might be a little bit thicker. Which
Mine is more.
it almost feels like a sport weight, and it's the skinny. It's discontinued. It's from Sanguine Griffin, and it's discontinued yarn, but it definitely they'll wear well, which is good when you're giving something away. So, but the color's pretty, and they're living in Mrs. Brown's bags.
They live in a nice bag while they're in timeout.
Yeah, they are. No, they're not really in timeout.
Oh,
I just,
okay.
they hurt my hands, so I have to lick them. And this is Mrs. Brown's sock sack, so I don't know what the color is. She does a lot of the knitted patterns. I don't know if you can see it. And then the ones that aren't in timeout, but I just don't ever get to work on, they're almost ready for a toe, are the mustache socks and the
That is so cute.
Nutcracker colorway. And I know they look small, but I tried them on and they fit, and there's just, I think I did almost 5 inches of this just because I wanted to get through like a repeat.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of finagled it so the heel would be the right colors. So soon ready for toe. And then the next one will be faster because I figured out all the color work for it. So that's my whips.
You want to go?
Okay.
Okay, well, I have Rose City rollers that I'm working on this month. I have one finished, just needs Kitchener. As you'll notice, I always wait till the end to Kitchener it because it's just not as fun to me as starting a second sock. This is Simply Sock Yarn. I got it from Simply Sock Yarn. It's
Mineville wool.
yeah, it's Mineville wool. Delphinus, I guess is how you pronounce it.
I'm
Delphinus.
terrible with names, but
It's really pretty, but it is thicker. I am
Their yarn,
used to.
that is thick yarn.
This is more of a.
Daisy, we're podcasting.
Please excuse my dog. We're in my house, and she isn't always quiet. She's been chasing a fly, so if you hear her, or if a car drives by, she's very verbal. They're turning out really nice. They
they're
are
gorgeous.
going to wear great, but
Mhm.
I'm used to like the mustache socks.
Like a thinner.
They're very thin,
Mhm.
and that's really what I really enjoy knitting. So I'm getting through these, but they're also not going to be one of my favorite pairs of socks. I have a dishcloth started, nothing fancy.
Oh, that's so pretty.
nice
It's
color. I like
actually
that
one you gifted me.
Oh, the pattern. Yeah.
The pattern,
And
which is Duck Duck Wool. No, not Duck Duck Wool.
Oh, it's chicken
yes.
something. Chicken. I
I
don't know.
have my
We'll
phone.
put it in the show notes.
Yeah, we'll put it in the show notes. I like to keep like a box of baby washcloths, dishcloths. If you need a last minute gift, it's nice to grab. And I've all gifted out, so I have none right now.
And that's a Knit Picks, the Dishy, right?
Yes.
Which is my
Yeah.
favorite cotton yarn to knit them in. Like, it's way better than that, like the stuff you get at Michael's and Joann's.
Yeah. And I'm a tight knitter, so I can get, these are
Sugar and
10
cream.
by 10.
Sugar and cream? Peaches
They're
and
like
cream.
10 by 9 or 10 by 10 inches. And
They're
I
big.
can get 2 dishcloths, 3 dishcloths out of 2 skeins.
See,
I'm
I
a tight
can't.
knitter.
I
Chris
can't, but I get
That's
a
really
nice
pretty.
big dishcloth, which is nicer than the ones that, that grandma's one is usually the one that I kind of go to. It's real easy. And
Mhm.
I try to do that in case I need stuff at Christmas time or, here and there. So,
Yeah. And I'm still working on the paint box wrap by Anne of Little Skein. I'm not sure if you can see it very well there, but it is lovely. I bought the kit from Anne, as we've said before. It's her house base. I finished one color. This is the side. I finished one.
is
There
really
are strings
pretty.
everywhere.
That's what these are not travel projects. I think
I'm
That's like
going
mine, yeah.
hopefully be able to have a color done for each podcast, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. And you'll know.
I think you can.
You'll know why a little later.
Yeah, I think you can. I
So
know.
we'll see, but
Yeah.
I really am enjoying this. It's a fun
That's really
pattern,
pretty.
and I love the colors. But that is all I have on the needles.
I am knitting socks. Finally! Well, this is not my first pair, but the other pair just bleh.
Well, explain why.
I will. This is Felici worsted in Hawaiian shirt, which is kind of cool because I love the blues. So it is worsted weight, and it's much easier for me to, I think, to do this in the worsted for my first pair than that little, what was that stuff? Rhinebeck sweater weather pneumatic yarn. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yes, pneumatic
It
yarn.
is
That's my
gorgeous.
favorite because it's so thin.
It is
I love
gorgeous
her yarn,
yarn,
too.
but man, I got to
Told
the
you I would
heel.
knit it.
I'd stab myself in the eye if I had to knit socks out of worsted weight
Oh,
yarn. No,
but this stuff, I mean,
it drives me crazy.
it even
never-
smells like
Like a Hawaiian
like the
shirt?
expensive.
Ugh.
No, like the expensive, like the festival yarn and stuff. But I mean, I don't know. These might be a little big. I don't know. What do you think?
They don't look really.
I'm
I'm
looking
looking
at
like
the
a
cuff.
house sock. Well, I mean, I think it'll stretch out a little bit.
No, but look, you can put your.
Yeah. We can
Oh,
put-
okay.
yeah.
All right. See, this I'm a whole.
But
I'm
see,
a
you
newbie
wanted
at
a little
this.
bit, yeah.
So I'm not ready for the heel, apparently, according to my gurus here. So
It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
I
gonna
would.
try it on my own, and then if I need help, I will send up a flare.
I'm so
But
jealous
It
because
looks
I don't.
so nice.
It does, and I can't knit on double points. I just don't enjoy it. But I love to see people knit on them. I think you
me
look
too.
so smart knitting on them, but not me.
I look smart knitting on the double.
You always look smart, but I'm just saying you look smart.
I just thought this was. I love the stripes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they'll be so comfortable.
So
but
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. I've tried to knit sport weight socks, and I
Oh,
am
I
just
like them.
like, no, I can't.
But you have to
do it.
really go down it. Like I have to go down and stitch count.
Well, yeah, but I just enjoy
That fingering.
thinner
Yeah.
fingering, light
Oh, and
fingering
this is
for
what-
socks.
This is that Clever Clementine. We got this at Rhinebeck last year, and I knew better not to leave it if I wanted it
Did you
at
say
Indie
Indie
Untangled.
Untangled?
Yes, so
She's
I
learning.
grabbed it because nothing sticks around there. If you want it, you better grab it because
That's true.
it's like a mob mentality. Get it and run, or you're gonna lose it. So
Yepper.
that's about all I really have. I have a bunch of little projects at home that I pick up every now and then and work on, but all my big stuff I think is, oh no, I lied. I started a blanket for, I'm sure she's not gonna watch this, my daughter-in-law for Christmas. Nick, if you're watching this, I just ruined it for you, but she wanted a blanket like I made Scott last year out of the really thick Bernat blanket yarn. So
You're a better
I
woman than
started
me.
that. I love her, so
Me
she's
too.
worth it.
Couldn't
It's
do
just
it.
gonna be a project, but
Mhm.
so that's my other big project. But like I said, I have a bunch of little stuff that is kind of in a box.
We have some other non-knitting projects that we're all working on. Do you want to start that off, Aim?
I didn't start it yet, but I saw this on Susan B. Anderson's Instagram.
Ooh, I need to see this.
It's called the Runaway Bag. It's like a knotted project bag.
We're getting more projects.
I was hoping.
It's not, I don't think you can see it,
It's so cool.
but
Oh,
I
that's
love
it's
that.
reversible. It's the Runaway Bag. It's by Ellen Mason. She
Nice.
has an Etsy shop. I don't remember what I paid for. It's like $6 or something for the printed instructions and the pattern and everything. But she has garment patterns and all kinds of other stuff if that's something you're
Nice.
interested in. And I also have a pattern. It's not even really a pattern. Some lady just put pictures up on her blog. It was Betsy Makes at Blogspot, and it's a project bag that actually is a zipper project bag that I would like to try. So I do like to sew occasionally, but we'll see how they go.
Go ahead.
You want to go? I have a cross stitch chart I'm getting ready to start. It's from October House. It's a knitter's sampler. Hope you guys can see these. Sorry, feel so far away today. It is just a sampler. It's not, it's just on linen. It's just to be framed. I haven't started it yet, but I'm getting ready to start that.
I actually did start that, but I started it on 32 count and my old eyes needed to do something bigger. That's why
Did you buy the kit or just the
pattern?
Yeah, I got the kit.
And I did it on a blue linen, which was a mistake too.
Oh, yeah. So I got the kit, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, my daughter is 11 years old, and we are working on something together. It might look a little shiny and glary because there is plastic over it, and you probably won't be able to see what we've done and what we haven't, but this is paint with diamonds. It actually looks like
Never heard of that.
a paint by number. It has the little symbols for the numbers, and it comes with little diamonds and a tool. The tool comes with this little pad. You jab the pad with the tool, and this pad is sticky, and then you pick up the diamond and you just stick it on. The actual unicorn itself is sticky. That's why we have the plastic cover over it, and the diamonds just stick to it. You probably can't see the diamonds. You can see maybe a little bit of a glare of them. So when it's finished, it should be pretty cool. So we're working on that, but the paint with diamonds is actually really neat. It's fun just to give you something different to do. But that's all I got.
I think it's pretty safe to say we're all pretty crafty in other adventures of stuff like that. So I'm still working on my cross stitch, and it's going slow because I can't see, and I gotta wear readers, and I want to watch TV and all that stuff. So, but there's the Bless Our Home. The house is almost done. I'm working on the roof, and then I'm hoping to get some green and red in there because I'm getting a little tired of blue and brown. So, and that's on 28 count linen, or even weave linen that I coffee and tea dyed myself, and so it's cute. I can't wait to see it at the end. This is a lot of the chart was this big piece there, so hopefully everything will go a little faster. So that's it for me. Daisy's passed out on the floor. Alrighty.
So I guess next is stash enhancement
All right.
from the mailbox.
Yeah.
Kristen?
We had ordered. Was it last year or was it like a year ago?
It was
Like-
last year because Jerry got it for me for my birthday.
Yeah, we had
what was
ordered
it?
these beautiful kits for Free Your Fade. Is that what it was?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
whatever from
For your fader.
Yeah, from the Farmer's Daughter, which her yarn is beautiful. I don't want to, say it's not. But she had put together 3 colors that looked different, really different on her website and things. There was really pretty, like a lighter purpley, a lighter blue, and then she had like a yellow green. And I felt like for me, it was just too yellow to go with the other 2 colors. So I've been looking for her to put something up that might go with the other ones. So a couple weeks ago, she put this up. It's her squish fingering. It's 100% superwash merino in the color Spotted Bear. And it was, I think it's going to go fine. I didn't bring the other 2 skeins, but it was their special colorway for their Montana retreat. So that was that.
I have that kit as well, and I love the 3
See,
colors together.
Yeah,
so.
it's just, I can't, the yellow, I just can't quite
Well, that's
picture
what
with it.
these two.
Yeah.
These 2 colors were part
yeah,
of the kit.
they were. Yeah.
And there's one in the middle. This is the dark one. That was the light one. And there's one that's kind of more in the middle that has just a little darker than that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but
Well, I'm actually going to do
it's
the
really pretty.
Free Your Fade, I think, with this. So I really wanted them to kind of just blend a little bit better. So that was that. And then this past weekend, my family went up to Penn State, which we live about an hour, maybe a little more away from that. And we went to the arts festival, but we went to the one in, it's called Boalsburg, so it's called the People's Choice Arts Festival, but there is one on main campus too. And there was a lady it was really, really hot and humid. And in the morning right away, she was standing up there, she was knitting socks, Arnie and Carlos. But she knits in a group in State College, and her tag is Holly Berry, designs at Etsy.com. I'm trying to put it, I don't know if I can even get it.
Cute. I like that bag.
That's very
I
cute.
don't know if you can see that or not.
I'll link it in the show notes.
Yeah, I'll have to add it because I forgot about this. But it's this really adorable bag that she sewed with this cute little pocket on the front. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Mm-hmm. That shows up good.
Yeah, and then it has a great, the lining on the inside matches. It's really cute. So I just wanted to patronize her because I know it was really hot and humid up there. So anyway, that's my stash.
Amy?
Kylie helped my husband shop for my birthday because after 34 years, he has no idea what to get me. So she picked out Waverly in the Mighty Sock from the Lemonade Shop. And you're not going to be able to see all the pretty little flecks in it, but it's all kinds of pastel-y pinks and greens and yellows. And maybe if I get good at socks, I'll make socks. out of
Oh,
it.
yes.
Is it have
Lemonade
nylon in
socks
it?
are great.
It's a Mighty Sock. Yes.
Yeah,
Superwash merino nylon.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
For-
Check her out.
463
She's on Etsy.
Oh my gosh,
Check her out. She
has
has
so
lots of
many
good
pretty
stuff.
colors.
She's really, her yarn's pretty.
Yeah.
And I did pre-ordered that Plucky Knitter small batch that I thought was black, and they're both going, no, that's
green.
green.
That's
Why
green.
would you buy that? You don't like green.
We're like, I ordered this and I'm like, what? And she's gonna text her. We're like, what? I didn't want to say
Kristen's
it.
like, that's green.
That's
She's
green.
like,
She's
no,
like,
it's
no,
not.
No, it's black.
And
No,
I'm like,
it's green.
no,
It's green.
It's gonna be green.
It's not that it's ugly, it's just not her.
It's
Yes.
not me. So it might be destashed when it gets here. We'll see.
Depending on how dark it is.
Depending
Maybe
how
it's bad.
green it is.
You could always knit it for a gift.
For her.
What?
For you.
For me. No, I don't know.
No,
I
see,
can't
I don't like
picture
to.
that being knit up as, like, I just couldn't picture what I
I
would
know,
knit
I
that
wasn't
out of.
really-
I
either.
was thinking something for fall because I thought it was black.
Mm.
And the black and the pink and
Yeah.
I don't usually knit stuff up just to gift. I usually, if I'm knitting something, I have a plan for
Plan
it.
for it.
Except the blanket.
Except the blanket,
Blanket.
yes. Love you, Nick. You're getting a blanket.
Oh my gosh.
I have no stash. However, I plan to have some stash. I saw a picture on Instagram of is it like a Christmas ornament container?
That's what they have at Target. I think she said she used something else if it was a egg container but I've seen people use the Christmas ornament container.
Okay, it looked like a Christmas ornament container, and it just had mini balls in and I would like to fill one for shorty socks. I've wanted an advent calendar, a knitting advent calendar, but they're coming out. I just don't want to spend the money right now. Because we have so much other things going on between knitting and vacations.
And so I think that they're expensive, but they're coming out now too because they get
Yeah.
delivered in October. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
having to spend the money
Yeah,
now.
and when I say expensive, I don't mean that they're too much money. I just don't want to put that much money out right now. I just got the kit from Little Skein. I don't think they're overpriced. If you
Oh,
figure it
no.
out for what you pay for a skein of yarn, it is definitely not overpriced. It's just not in my budget right now. So I'd like to maybe do my own.
That's a good idea.
I just thought it would be fun.
I think some of us could probably contribute to your advent calendar.
And maybe now that Amy's knitting socks, we could do one. I mean, maybe we could all do one. I think it'd be fun. And I would obviously do mine for shorties. Because then you can, you can use half skeins and maybe do a heel and toe. It's a good way to use up some stash, I think. So maybe you'll see that in the future. We'd like to do a little product review tonight. I've seen on Facebook some of the knitting groups, people are always asking about needles. What's your favorite needle? What do you like to knit with? I think we're all agreeable that we love ChiaoGoo. I love my interchangeable set. Kristen, not so much. I don't think Amy has an interchangeable set.
I
have one
bought
to
the
sell
Boye, the BOYE, that when I very first started knitting, and the cables are really kind of stiff.
Okay.
And so I didn't use those much after I discovered ChiaoGoos.
Yeah, I use ChiaoGoos for just about everything except 9 inchers for socks. I do have some ChiaoGoos, but my favorites there are Hiya Sharps.
Mine are ChiaoGoos, but I just don't like the only thing I don't like about the interchangeable set for ChiaoGoo is that the way I knit, the ends, no matter how hard I tighten the join where the needle meets the so where the needle meets here, where the needle meets the cable, no matter how hard I tighten that, because there's a little twisted section in there, it always comes apart. So an interchangeable set, I had to get an Addy because they click in and turn and they don't come out, and has never broken for me. So my interchangeables that I use are the Addies.
Yeah.
Addy Turbos.
And I've never had that happen with my ChiaoGoo. I've
She
even knit
doesn't.
with her ChiaoGoo, and they have not come apart for me.
And it must be
So,
some way that I twist my
yeah.
wrist or something when I
Yeah.
knit. So,
Yeah.
but I love the fixed ChiaoGoos. I love them. They're by and far my favorite needle. I'm not a wooden needle
Mm-mm.
user. Like
No.
if it were a more slippery yarn, which I probably wouldn't knit anyway because it would annoy me. But I might consider a wooden needle, and I did get some in the beginning when you're first starting, but they just doesn't move nicely along there.
Oh, I'm such a tight knitter that I snap them right in half. I've snapped nitpicked needles. There's nothing worse than casting something on and getting into it and your needle snapping, and then you have to wait until you can get another needle. No.
Yeah, no, those are my favorite too.
Yeah. And Amy has a couple other types she uses.
Oh, I
right?
like for my double points, and I don't know that they make them anymore, which makes me sad. But they are the Knitter's Pride Trends. They're like an acrylic, so they have like a nice drag.
Well, they make a different type now.
They have all kinds.
There's
Knitter's
they're
Pride has
really
all
pretty
kinds.
ones. They're like they're different
Mhm.
colored ones, and I think that's what they have now.
But I
Oh, but
really,
they're pretty flexible.
I really
can
like
bend it.
those for. No, well, you might snap
No,
them.
I've heard a lot of people say they like it for really small circumferences, like knitting toys and things when they have to knit like really.
Well, I
different
like
kinds
them
of
because
nice.
my yarn doesn't slide off as easily as like
Oh,
on the
yeah.
metal ones.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I do have some bamboo DPNs as well, but these, and I just ordered another set of fives or I thought it was my first set of fives, and then I thought, well, you dummy, that's what you're knitting with now, because they weren't in my pile of
That just
needles.
means you can have 2 pairs of socks on the needle at one
That's
time.
true. So I have another set of fives coming. I found them on Etsy for $5 today with free shipping.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, Jimmy Bean's wool had these on sale one time, and I should have got more, and I didn't. And now I think I know why, because I don't think they make them anymore.
Mm-mm.
So I really like my trends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think we mostly use cable or corded needles.
Yeah, fixed circular.
Yeah, circulars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use straight needles for anything.
I do sometimes, like a dishcloth or something, like just to whip it out if I need an extra pair and everything's busy, like in a project or whatever. But
My husband watched me on my my cable one time, and he said, my grandmother never had anything like that. I'm like, your grandmother would have loved these.
yeah, I think so.
Absolutely, she
Even
would've
to
loved
knit
these.
back and forth on a circular is so
Mhm.
much nicer than
Mhm.
like a straight needle.
Yeah.
You just feel more connected, and I'm faster knitter.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm fast, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of are.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're.
And I wouldn't give my 9 inchers up for
No,
socks.
I
for
know. People
anything.
complain about them, and I love them.
They are.
They really made my hands
Amazing.
tired.
You get used to it.
Well, you get used to double points too.
No,
Yeah.
I'm never. No.
I'm out.
Nope.
Tapping out.
Nope.
Yeah.
Don't own any.
Mm,
So.
I like my double
So.
points, but we'll see when we get to the heel how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
From our lips to your ears podcasts we've been watching. Chris has a
It's
new
only
one.
me. You aren't. Well, I guess do you guys?
I've been catching up with
Yeah,
the
it's
Knit
really
Girls.
hard. It's really. I do them too on the way to work. I listen to them rather than like watch them because I can't watch and drive. But the one that I wanted to bring up was Inside Number 23, and it's a lady named Katie. She's from England, and I just like to listen to her accent personally, but she's a really good knitter, and she had been on a podcasting break for a little while, and now she's back to podcasting again, and it's because she just found out she was pregnant, so with her first baby. But she has a really cute dog, which we all love dogs, and his name's Rolly, and he's a pug, and he's really cute. So you see a lot of, you see him, and she talks about knitting, and she's a really good seamstress. She sews a lot of her clothes, and she's a really great knitter. So I enjoy her podcast. I like to watch it.
Yeah, I'm caught up on Little Skein and Mustache podcast, I'm catching up with the Knit Girls, but it's, you know, it gets away from me every once in a
It's
while.
hard. I think it's hard to keep up with everything.
Patterns from the web that we've been looking at.
Oh, I was going to bring it over. So Andrea Mowry put out, like, I have all these patterns I like buy. I just need to knit them. The Golden Hour. And the reason I loved it, it was a shawl and it was different. And I have it over across the room. I printed it out like a working copy today. But it's a mosaic knitting, which means that it looks like it might be stranded, but it's not. So you just knit one row with one yarn and whatever back, and then the next row with the other yarn. So you'll never have to like do the stranding. So if you're thinking that you're going to have to, you know, tuck in your ends or do anything like that, it's not. It's something new for me, so I thought that would be interesting to try. And it's just 3 skeins of worsted, so I definitely have that that I can grab from my stash. So
I think we've all been looking at sweaters.
We have.
yeah,
For a very special reason.
Mm-hmm.
We were not doing festivals this year, but
Were
obviously
we?
that hasn't held out. We didn't do Maryland Sheep and Wool, but we officially booked a house for Rhinebeck. So we're going to Rhinebeck.
Yay!
and I'm super excited. We booked a house,
yeah,
like
I
we
know.
booked a hotel room. So
Yeah,
that's great.
with our friend Elizabeth, whom we met at Rhinebeck last year, and hopefully our friend Dana.
Mm-hmm.
Dana, if you're watching,
Hi, Dana.
get on
Dana
it.
is a subscriber.
Oh, Dana.
She will
Dana,
watch.
you're coming.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
hopefully Dana can come. That would be her first Fiber Festival, so obviously it would be exciting
Oh, will be.
if she could come. But that being said, we've all been looking at sweaters. What sweater are you knitting for Rhinebeck?
Well, I'm gonna buckle down. I'm gonna knit the Caitlin Hunter sweater. I'm gonna knit Tecumseh. It's a DK weight sweater, and I've got the yarn ordered. My daughter got me a gift certificate from Plucky Knitter, and she put the sweater base on sale. It's being discontinued a couple weeks ago, so I ordered the sweater yarn for it. So it's what I'm gonna knit. So
What are you knitting?
I'm going to knit the Effortless Cardigan by Hannah Fettig. And I'm going to get 2 skeins of Miss Fab's Yowza. It calls for Madeline Tosh DK, which she said if you substitute, go to a worsted. And Yowza is a light worsted, which could also be used as a DK. So I think that should
you'll
be
be
good.
fine.
It's just hard trying to pick a color out of her Yowza because there's so many that are so pretty. I'm looking
And
at
you're gonna have
Beach
to
Glass.
alternate?
Yeah, I know. I did that with my vest. I'm looking at Beach Glass, which is kind of like a bluish green, gray kind of thing,
pretty.
or Coventry,
that's a great.
which is a really light blue. But I don't know. I don't want to do
It was
gray
more of a
again.
blue green. Because I
What
knit
did I
a-
say?
You said blue. I think it's a
Coventry.
light green.
Coventry's like a pale, very pale blue because I have some of that.
I knit a hat out of it, and it was green.
What
Light
base?
green. Sport, I think maybe years ago.
This was a
But
toe. This
she
was a
changed
yummy
it.
toe. It was like a. It
Yeah.
was a very light. I mean, you used it in that
Oh, did you use it
I
in
don't
that
know.
shawl?
that one. Yeah, that I ran out of. I didn't think I was gonna have enough for the coffee break. I think. But anyway, I did that vest last year in gray, so I don't want to do gray again.
It's a pretty.
But I don't want to go. I mean, God, she has purple. She has variegated. It's just. I don't know what to pick, but I got to get busy or I'm
Yeah.
gonna run out of time.
And of course, why wouldn't you want to knit a sweater in July, beginning of August? Because that's when you knit them. It's
Yeah.
hot and humid.
Yeah.
You sit in air conditioning, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that's what we were doing last year. We were knitting
Mhm.
ponchos and vests and
Yeah. And then you might wonder what sweater I'm knitting, and
We do.
I have not one single clue.
Oh, I thought you picked.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
I thought you picked that stripy
Not
one.
one single clue. She's not kidding. It says
I
sale.
love so many,
Not one
but I
single
don't
clue.
know that I want to. Fingering is going to be a slog this quick.
Yeah.
I think I would have needed to start it sooner, but
I don't know if I want to do bulky. Do I want to just do worsted? Do I want to just not knit a damn sweater and just not do it? I
think
have
you
no
could wear
idea.
this little skein thing. That is so pretty. That's
Yeah,
that could be like a main stage with the.
I don't
you
know.
That's pretty.
I just can't decide. And I'm afraid if I start knitting a sweater, everything else is going to come to a ceasing halt because I'm going to have to buckle down, and so I'm not sure. And last year, my poncho literally got finished at Rhinebeck. Like
Really?
that morning,
Mhm.
I was weaving in, so I don't want to do that again.
Because it's not enjoyable. Then
No.
you get like all worked up.
Plus,
like, I gotta
it
get
was
done, I gotta get done.
and it was so hot last year too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it was really warm.
And our house
We'll
has
see.
a fireplace, so here's hoping.
yeah.
We need it.
So
I hope so.
to be
Mhm.
continued on Kylie's sweater.
And the whole
I think
Rhinebeck saga
Elizabeth-
because we're gonna have it.
Yeah.
It'll probably be
Elizabeth
every podcast.
has Elizabeth picked a sweater out, I think.
Yes.
Or that
Yeah,
one with
hers
all, like
is
the
a,
cably things
um,
on the back. That was really
Mhm.
pretty.
Is it a
Almost like a-
cardigan?
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
it's a cardigan.
It's pretty.
So you go, Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see it.
Yes. So that's it for Rhinebeck. We'll
Yeah.
Oh, but we're excited.
We
stay
are.
excited.
tuned for more from
Yeah.
Rhinebeck. So from the tubes, some things we're watching.
We finished Gilmore. It's just like my house isn't the same. So they watch Big Brother. I know you guys do.
I watch Big Brother.
I don't prefer that, but you know, I just put my thing on and watch some Netflix. Like I like just I don't know, whatever. We were watching Ninja Warrior last night again. I don't know, it's crazy. I mean, I like Blue Bloods is my favorite, but so I just watch Netflix and I started on an old series called When Calls the Heart, and it's just it's all schmaltz.
That looks good.
It is really, it's great. I mean, it's no.
I've seen the
Brainer.
previews on Hallmark.
Yeah, it's no brainer, Hallmark kind of channel stuff, but that's what I need because my job is stressful enough that whenever I come home, I don't want to have to think about anything. So it's kind of nice. Yeah. But you guys?
Big Brother. I watch Teen Mom.
I don't
I've
get
watched
that.
it from the beginning. I enjoy it. I don't know what else we're watching, really. That's about it. Everything else is like over for the season.
It is.
All the stuff we normally watch is over
It
for
is.
the
It won't be
season.
like till the end of September. Like This Is Us and
Yeah.
Grey's
that's one of my
Anatomy.
favorite shows. Grey's
Yes, Grey's
Anatomy.
Timeless.
Blue- oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's that Grace spinoff?
Station.
Yeah, Station 19.
19.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and The Resident.
Oh, The Resident,
911.
yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I
there's
guess
so
start
many.
watching some of those. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I should just binge watch Grey's and get it over with.
Yes, you should.
I stopped when they killed off McDreamy. Couldn't take it
Oh,
anymore.
it's good.
I'm watching that season over again. It's on Lifetime now. Because like every other all the other seasons I've watched so many times I can quote them, but the last few seasons I've only watched once. So I'm watching that. He just died. It didn't end any better for him this last time as it did the first time.
Yeah,
so,
no.
no.
so yeah.
Yeah, so.
I think that's about all
Oh,
we
I do.
have.
From the multimedia, I just have a recommendation. It's not on TV, but if you have the chance and you're a fan, go see "Won't You Be My Neighbor," the Mr.
I've
Rogers
the
heard
movie.
Mr.
it's really
Rogers
good.
movie? Is it good?
It was really good, and there were 6 of us in the theater on Sunday afternoon.
it?
There were 6 of us.
When did it come out? Like how long ago?
It was just at the mall. It just started on Friday.
What a shame. He's
It
such a great, like,
it
if
was,
you watch, yeah.
It was just nice to, I mean, the man just exudes peace. I mean, he's just, you can just tell.
His sweaters that he wore were
His
either knit
mom
by his
did
mom.
them. Yes.
Yes. His mom knit the
So,
sweaters that he
yeah.
wore in the show.
Mm-hmm. So it was a good movie, and
I think he was way ahead of his time because like he would bring in like different people like to teach tolerance and just different things and I have the utmost respect for him. He used to come and speak at graduation where I went to college and
oh, did you hear him?
yes.
Oh, that would have been nice.
So it's amazing. So
So it was a very good movie. I highly recommend it.
I can see it would be. I should.
Yep, it was. It was very good.
Okay. Well, we hope to see you back in 2 weeks.
Yep. So life is short.
Knit the yarn.
See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.